Go set. Reset. Here we go. Set. Reset. Go set. Reset. Here we go. 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 Set. Reset. 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 Here we go. Set. Let's go. Reset. Set. Set. Here we go. Set. Reset. Go set. Reset. Here we go. Set. Reset. Go set. Reset. Here go. 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 Set. Reset. 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 Here go. Set. Reset. Set. Reset. Here go. Set.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium. We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You ready? He's checking.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it. This is Michel. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
3rd and long. It's Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off of play action, Darnold. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Throwing again. Hill. Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Hill. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and more past the 30. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 84 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, his car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to... And he loses the football a second time. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
61, matchbox lights.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
3rd and 2. Hill able to find Harris, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine.
Hey, Charlie.
I got you, boy. Hey, hit it.
On 2nd and 12, He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep and got his man complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 98 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Look at me. Go, two.
They'll run with Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Five.
Out of the gun. Hill. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He'll return it from the 6. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check, 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 check.
On second down, Michelle. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Hill now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the ground is Michelle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
61, matchbox lights.
Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Darnold down to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
65. And 80. Check 3. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Record.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Marr now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Perriman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's coming, double up.
On second down now, Michelle, and he's taken down inside the 30. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try the right side with Harris. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Michelle going to try again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa. 82 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. On the ground, Michel. Muscling free near the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
In your face. Shift. Let's go.
Again, it's Michel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now Michelle, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Here we go. 8-3.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Snap.
On second down, Michelle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Get it.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Point after, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
90 Wolf. 64 weak.
Check 50. Check 50.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. New England on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. A give. This is Michelle. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They're already already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Smooth. Go. Ready.
So here we go on fourth. Hill. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Chase on travel.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. On the return, it's White. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Come on, set. Get to the oar. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, Haywood. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hill. And the pressure gets to him again. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
53, Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Recon, 132 fighter.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Snap.
They snap it on 4th to Hill. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This quarterback now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. On 2nd down now, Michelle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
General West.
Just like that. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 1st down, Michelle. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.